respect is a simple concept, but apparently some people have forgotten it. Representative Joe Wilson shouted, "You lie," at President Obama during his recent address to Congress. Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at MTV's Video Music Awards. But Deborah Norville hasn't forgotten. Her new book is called The Power of Respect, Benefit from the Most Forgotten Element of Success. Deborah, good morning to you.
Hey, Meredith, thank you. Interesting
statistics to back up probably the reason why you've written the book. 79% of people say lack of respect is a serious problem. 60% say rude and selfish behavior is increasing. Why have we gotten to this place?
I think we've gotten to this place because people have just become, first of all, so time pressured. They forget to be nice, but I also think there's a certain permissiveness out there. On the internet, you can say anything you want with anonymity. We've seen people shouting in Congress. On television shows, what used to be civilized discourse is now turned into shout fest, and the loudest guy wins. It permeates through the culture, and I think those statistics actually, while they're frightening, they're encouraging, because if 79 people say this is a problem, then 79% of the people say, hey, I'd like to do something about it.
Yeah, we'd like to actually change things. And in your book, you look at the benefits of treating people with respect. And this is fascinating. You claim that respect can save American businesses, restore calm to our classrooms, and keep families intact. Starting with businesses, how does it save businesses?
It's been estimated that the cost of workplace disrespect is $64 billion in this country. When people feel disrespected, they leave. When they feel really disrespected, they leave and they sue. You can actually make an example of General Motors. It lost a major discrimination lawsuit several years ago to the tune of millions of dollars. And we all know what's happened with General Motors now. If a company is mindful of the way it treats its workers, it gives those workers an opportunity to feel like they've got a chance to advance, and it recognizes the contributions of the workers. Those workers actually work harder. They're more creative. They have 50% more creative ideas after somebody said, hey, great job.
Do you have an example of a company that is doing it right?
Oh, gosh, there's so many. I mean, in the book, I talk with Terry Lundgren, who's the CEO of Macy's. And they had a major merger a couple of years ago when the May Company came in with Macy's. They came up with a plan to allow workers throughout the company to feel that what they said mattered, that they had a voice, even though this is a huge company with 800 stores. When people feel empowered, they perform better.
What about respect in the classroom and restoring calm to the classroom?
I think this is maybe the most exciting thing because we care so deeply about education. President Obama is talking about extending the school year. Respect programs in schools have actually been proven to reclaim 17 days of additional teaching time by not sending kids to the principal's office, by not wasting your teaching time writing up disciplinary reports. And in those schools where respect programs have been put in place, kids sit still, they listen, teachers teach, reading scores have as much as doubled in some of these schools. And the way it works is really simple. The kids, the administrators, and the faculty all come together and agree, what do we want this school to look like? Let's stop for a moment and let's define what a respectful environment is. And once you do that and you outline how you achieve it, amazing things can happen.
And you can apply a lot of the same principles to your home as well. Can you teach respect ultimately?
Yeah, you can. You teach by modeling, first of all. It's funny, I recognized this summer why my husband is the way he is. I get up in the morning early and I write it on my computer. Carl gets up, he makes the coffee, he brings me my coffee. I always make a point of saying to the kids, Daddy is so great, he brings me my coffee every morning. This summer, his parents were with us. His father does the same thing. So it can be modeled, and you can also encourage it by not always carping on what your child did wrong, but recognizing what they've done right. Even though it might be a small thing, when you mention what they're doing right, it encourages them to do so much more.
And as you point out, don't forget self-respect in all of this.
It's where it starts. If you feel good about yourself, if you've figured out what is to be valued about you, it makes it so much easier to share that with the people around you.
It's always great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You're a lovely, lovely lady. Thank you, Deborah. The book is called The Power of Respect, Deborah Norville. And up next, we're cooking with Giada and cheese. But first, this is Today on NBC.